Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd of Bish's RV here today, not to sell you a single thing, but to actually help you avoid the nightmare scenario of losing your camping trip due to, well, a rather crappy situation. A clogged black tank, a clogged toilet tank on an RV. And I think one of the things that can help you out here is understanding that an RV's toilet and sewage system is not a residential system. All the pipes and everything are physically smaller in diameter. They cannot handle the kind of mass that maybe a residential system may be able to handle. Other thing here is one of the really big key clutch details to remember is like personal hygiene wipes and stuff like that should not go down RV toilets. And in fact, there's certain types of toilet paper you shouldn't use. There's a lot of different RV videos if you want to check out like RV safe toilet paper. Take a look at those. Other people I think have covered that topic very well. I don't know that I necessarily need to. Another major key with this is use a lot of water. And one thing you absolutely should not do, if you're at a park that has on-site sewer, you think, great, I got my sewer outlet right here. You get your hose hooked up and you pull the valve open, thinking everything that goes down the toilet is going right down the sewer drain at an RV park. That is not how it works. It's not like a residential straight pipe system. You actually have an onboard holding tank, and basically it needs to have a certain amount of load to it so that its own weight and gravity help flush it down those sewer lines. If you leave that valve open all the time, what happens is the liquid waste will run off while your solid waste builds up, and you end up with the dreaded pyramid. And that's a real thing. That's not even a nerdism. You can Google pyramid. There's some, well, you probably hopefully don't find a lot of bad news pictures, but you get the idea. It's not a good situation to be in. The real key trick with this is using lots and lots of water. Some people think you shouldn't use holding tank chemicals. Some people think you absolutely should. Everyone's got a different opinion. The one thing every single person agrees on is you really want to use a lot of water. And something that gets people kind of in trouble here is after you empty your black tank, you almost need to like reload it with a little bit of water, like 10% fill it with water so that it already has that, solid liquid, well, healthy amount of liquid at the bottom of it before solid mass starts plugging up and gunking up and sticking together and compressing and causing issues. Now, what do you do if it's already too late and you open your blade valve and nothing happens because you got a blockage? Well, step one is going to be get some gloves. This is not something you're going to want to be messing with barehanded. Also, when you're done, wash your hands and then do it again. But one of the things you're probably going to want to get is one of these lovely little devices here. The little toilet blaster wand, where basically you're going to hook this thing up to a garden hose and you're going to stick it down the toilet itself, and you're just gonna spray water all over down inside that tank to help loosen things up as much as you can. Now, while you're doing this, it is a thing to keep in mind. You're flooding your black tank when you're doing this. You're adding more liquid content to it. Well, if it's already not draining, make sure you're not overflowing your toilet and running black poo water all over your RV. I'll just simply say, one, not fun, and two, not great for resale value. But there's a few other things you can do too, in case, you don't want to overflow everything. One of the other things here is, again, some people have different opinions on tank chemicals, but if you have a blockage, it can help to break some of that material down, and there are various superpower chemicals to help break things down. That can kind of help loosen stuff up, but what if you still sort of have a plug? Right here, perfect. Couldn't have done that if I tried. There's also one of these guys. So the first hose wand thing that we looked at comes, you stick it inside the RV. This all works outside the RV. You're going to hook this up to the RV's sewer exhaust port, and basically, it's got almost like you'd use for your black tank flush. It's got a water hose inlet on it to try to push water in from the outside, again, just to flood it from every direction to try to break up all that gunked solid mass, any way that we can. I tell you what, it's hard to come up with a lot of different synonyms for poop. Making a video like this. But again, be careful that you don't inadvertently end up flooding your black tank and pushing black water into your RV. As soon as you start to see any kind of flow, you really want to stop this thing. Now, one of the benefits of using one of these is that you know, any water that isn't breaking up the mass inside the tank, it just flushes down into the sewer drain, so you're not necessarily just continuing to push and push and push and flood into the RV. But always be cognizant and careful for that. And sometimes it may take a combination of all these different things to finally break that stuff up. But usually it can be done. Not fun, but can be done.
Josh, what are you doing?
Almost done.
So hopefully you stay happy camping and you don't end up accidentally recreating that one scene from the Robin Williams movie RV. If you've seen it, you know the one I'm talking about. And like I said, we're not here to sell you a single thing today. We're putting this out there purely as a courtesy to the RVing community to help somebody avoid a really bad situation and to spend more time camping and enjoying that experience. So to kind of demonstrate that, again, as a courtesy to you, I'm gonna do a couple things that don't benefit us. I'm going to leave you links in the video description of something like the product listings on Amazon to get some of the stuff that I pointed out, you know, through our parts and service center over there. Obviously, we have this stuff. I don't care where you get it. If you're in a situation like this, just get what you need to take care of it and get through it. And if you'd really like to learn more about basically your whole black tank system on an RV, I'm going to leave you a link to a video not made by Bish's RV, but actually a fella I know in the RV space. His name is Ross with RV Tips and Travels. He has what I think is pretty much like one of the definitive videos when it comes to understanding your RV's black tank system and how this works and the do's and don'ts. So I'm even going to point you off of this channel to someone else just as a courtesy to give you the best information, because I don't think I could do any of that better than he did. I think he pretty much absolutely crushed it, and I would highly recommend checking out his tips and tricks videos, period, regardless. Anyway, if you appreciate what we're doing here today, just to lend you a hand, maybe, I don't know, hit the like button on the video, leave us notes to say thanks, nerd, and with like 3 U's, I don't know. And subscribe if you haven't before, because along with the tips like this, we have RV walkthroughs and a whole bunch of other things to help you just learn everything that we can possibly share with you in what we call a relentless pursuit of transparency. So when you're ready, we're ready, but short of that, take care, stay safe, have fun, and avoid a crappy situation, everyone.